Hi guys, I'm Anissa and I'm back with another video. I'm going to attempt to film this again. I accidentally deleted the footage the first time, but this is a video where I'm going to be talking about the books that I have on my book buying list, which are books that a list that I've sort of added to the past couple of months where I haven't been buying any books. And so I am out of my book buying ban now, sort of slowly getting out of it. I have started buying books, so there's that. Since I filmed the first time, I've also bought some books, so that's why I'm saying that. This is going to be divided into two sections because I found out that this takes a little longer than I thought it would. I've divided it into 5 different categories, and I'll also let you know if I've bought some of the books already. I actually have also bought books that are not on this list, but you know, impulse buys and books that I've also had on my wish list that were suddenly on sale, so that's usually what happens. The categories that I have divided the books into are next in series, new books or authors that I want to read or check out. It could also be books where I've read something from an author but I want to check out more, but it's not part of a series, if you know what I mean. Then I have SF Masterworks that I want to get. I also have new releases or most anticipated books to get, or graphic novels that I want. So let's get into the first category of the different buying categories, and that is the next in series one, which obviously I've read a book, I want the next book so I can continue the series. And here are some of the books that I want to get right now because I want to get on with the series. The first one of those is the Stone Skype by N.K. Jemisin. I think this is on a lot of people's wish list. It could also be one of my most anticipated releases, but I'm probably gonna get this on audio when it comes out because I've been listening to the other 2 in audio and I felt like I could at least finish it in audio, and then I'll get the paperbacks later and reread them. Because I really enjoyed the second book, The Obelisk Gate, a lot. And I'm so excited for the final one to come out here on the 15th of August. Then I have The Dark Days Pack by Alison Goodman. I'm so annoyed that I can't get this on my Overdrive library. I read the first one of my Overdrive library, really enjoyed it. But they don't have the second one, and it was released back in January, so I don't see it coming onto the Overdrive account anytime soon. So I'm going to get this. Actually, I think I actually purchased that already. Yes, I got that off Amazon Marketplace. I think I bought it used or something, or maybe it was new but in good condition. I don't remember. But it will probably get here in a couple of weeks. And then obviously I want the next books in the Great Code series, so that contains Night's Shadow, Saint's Blood and Tyrant's Blade by Sebastian de Castell. I'll probably get the first 2 first, Night's Shadow and Saint's Blood, because they are already in paperback, and I had the other one I have is in paperback. And then I also put down Etched in Bone, but that is book 5 in the other series. I already have Vision is Silver and Marked in Flesh that I haven't read yet, so it's not hugely high on my priorities list, but I am waiting for that to come out in paperback, which I think it will be in January of next year or something. And then I have Our Dark Duet by V.E. Schwab, the second and final book in the Monsters of Verity duology. I really enjoyed this Savage Song a lot more than I thought I would, so I'm definitely looking forward to getting this book. And then finally I have Rebel Springs by Morgan Rhodes, because I read the first Fallen Kingdoms book over the Booktubeathon. I really enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would, and I'm definitely intrigued to see where this story will go now. It's very sort of easily read, fun entertainment. It's not the best literature, but it's a very fun and interesting reading experience if you want. The next category on my list is the new books and authors I want to check out, and on this list I have quite a lot of authors, so let's get into them. The first one I have on my list is Roomies by Sarah Saar. This is a book that I saw a review of Sylvia from Wish Fulfillment, and I thought that it sounded really like sort of the contemporary that I enjoy, because I'm pretty picky with it. And yeah, so I'm definitely intrigued to see what this is. This is also, it's actually a dual author partnership thing, but I forgot the other author's name. I will put it on here on the screen so you can see it. And the next one I have is The Witch Who Came In From the Cold by Lindsay Smith and Moore. Again, I only got the first, but I think she's the editor of it, and then there's a bunch of other authors working along to write this story. I heard about this on Sam's Nonsense channel, and she was doing a book haul, and it sounds really like right up my alley, so definitely intrigued about this one. The next one I have is The Magicians by Raymond E. Feist. This is something I heard about from Joe or at Final Blow Joe, and I've actually already purchased this. I saw it on a sale on awesomebooks.com. That's a good place to buy books because the shipping rates is the same no matter how many books you buy. So it's not like Amazon Marketplace where I have to pay £4 with every book that I buy. So a lot better. And I got a lot of other books in that order as well. Nothing from this list, I think. The next two books I have on my list are two anthologies that I'm really intrigued about. I just noticed them as newer releases, and the first one is Behind the Mask, a superhero anthology by Tricia Reeks. I think it's multiple authors writing stories in here. This is about the superheroes when they're not doing the superheroes thing. They're just the everyday normal life thing that they're experiencing, and I'm really intrigued by that. And then the other one is Wicked Wonders by Ellen Clegs. I heard about this from Fancy Hat Lady Reads do a review of this, and it sounds really intriguing. It's sort of magical realism, I think. That's if I remember correctly, so I'm definitely intrigued to read that. The next one I have on my list is The Crowns of Crosswall by D.E. Knight, and this has floated around on a lot of booktubers channels lately, and it sounds a little bit in the field of Harry Potter, and I think that sounds definitely interesting. I hope it's not just a replica of Harry Potter, because I don't want that, but I think I would love to read something that's set in a magical school again, so that sounds like a lot of fun. And the next one I have on my list is a very rare occurrence on my channel because it's non-fiction. I don't read a lot of non-fiction, but it is Dare to Dream by Izzy Judd. This is a newer release from this year, and Izzy Judd is a person that I've been following for the longest time ever, it seems, because she is married to Harry Judd, who is one quarter of McFly, and McFly is my favorite band, one of my bigger obsessions in life, and so I obviously, when I follow these, I want to support them. I think that, and this is about, they had some fertility problems when they had their first baby, and so this is her talking about that experience and how it's gone on from that, getting into those fertility programs and stuff, and how it's affected their life in different ways, when you can't really have babies on your own without any help, how it can put some struggle into your relationships and stuff. And I probably won't need that information as of right now, but I just want to support them, and maybe someday it'll be nice to know. Who knows? The next one I have on my list is a completely other genre, and that is The Antelope Justice by Anne Leckie. I think that's how you say it. I keep forgetting it. But yeah, this is a highly talked about book in the SF community on here. So I'm definitely intrigued to read that one. And it was also recommended to me one day when I was out asking for SF recommendations, and I always take recommendations in and at least I look them up and see if it's something that I would find entertaining. So if you ever hear me asking for recommendations, definitely don't be shy in recommending me any books, because I will most likely check them out at least, and sometimes buy them for the most part as well. Or get them some other way. The next one I have on my list is 5 Daughters of the Moon, which I'm so excited for. This is a short story book, and I'm also very much more focused on trying to read more short stories because of the BookTube SFF awards last year, and no real good short stories were actually nominated, and that was a little sad. But I want to read more short stories so I can add some nominations, and this is one of them that I have my eyes on. This is a retelling of the Romanovs, and I don't need to know anymore because I'm literally always like, that's a trigger thing, the Romanovs, and I'm definitely ready to read it. I think that story is always so fascinating, and yeah, you know, all of the conspiracy theories that's been surrounding the last Tsar's fate and the deaths and all of that, but this is following the 5 daughters of the Romanovs and how that last part of their life. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in reading this, so I'll probably get this on my Kindle though, because I feel like short stories are easier to buy on my Kindle because they're a lot cheaper, and I don't want to buy full price for a short story book. The only times I've done that is with my Every Heart Adore books, and that's a rarity. The next one I have here is First We Were Four by Alexander Surowi. This is an author I've seen a lot of people talk about in YA thriller category. Especially Missy from Binge Reader have been talking about these books, and Lala from Books and Lala has been talking about these books, and I'm definitely intrigued to see who she is as an author, if she can live up to the hype. And so I thought I wanted to start out with her newest release, just to be along with everyone else. And then I have, the next one I have is The Dragon's Blade, The Reborn King by Michael R. Miller. Actually, just today I bought that on my Kindle for nothing. It was free on my Kindle, so definitely check out if it's still free on your Kindle if you're interested in this book. But I have been interested in this book for so long, so I was waiting around for a sale to be a sale or something, because I really want to support indie authors. Now it was free, I was like, yeah, I gotta have it so I can read it, and hopefully I'll really enjoy it, and then I'll definitely get the next one, which I forgot the name of that one. And the next one I have on my list is The Goblin Emperor by Catherine Addison. This is a book that I've heard Rachel from Kalanadi talking about. She absolutely loves this book, and it sounds like a really, really fun story, and it's a standalone book, and I don't, especially considering this is a fantasy standalone, and that doesn't happen ever. The next on my list is The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski or something of the like. I'm not sure how to say that author's name, but this is a book that's been recommended to me by my best friend, in real life best friend. He has been reading this, and for the longest time I remember him talking about this fantasy series that he was completely obsessed with, but I kept forgetting the author's name and what it was called. I just knew that it was a Polish author. So it's like, not long ago I was asking, wait, what was that book series you were talking about? Because I want to know. And yeah, so he told me, obviously, and it's apparently also based, has also been made a video game about this series, so that's why it became really hyped, I think. But I'm definitely interested in seeing this. Maybe I'll borrow it from my friend Patrick, if he has them, like, or I don't know how he read them, or if it was a real copy or if it was on Kindle or something, but I'll have to find out. The next book on my list is Meg by Steve Alton. This was recently read by Missy or Binge Reader, and yeah, it's something to do with dinosaurs, and I'm like, you know, I love Jurassic Park, you know that. If you followed me for a while, you definitely know that. So I don't need to know more, I'm gonna get this. She really loved it, she gave it 5 stars, so that definitely intrigued me a lot more to get this, so I'm gonna get that one sometime soon, hopefully. And then I have Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde. This is something I added because Riley from RM Fic was reading this over the Booktubeathon, and it sounds like something I really enjoy, and I trust her opinions, because since we've been buddy reading Medieval Met Rishi, which we both hated, I think I can trust her opinion when she really loves the contemporary, so I added that to my list. And then I have the 2 books by Brian Selznick that in the same format as The Invention of Hugo Cabret, because I really love that book, and that is The Marvels and Wonderstruck by Brian Selznick. Now I'm finished with the first part of this types of video. Definitely let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this sort of video, because it's a lot of fun to film, and it's been, yeah, the list just gets longer the longer the time goes without me buying anything. But I'm definitely I think this is a good way of doing it, because I have wish lists on both Amazon and Book Depository, but they're all flowing with books, so I don't ever know where to start. So this was a way for me to divide them into categories of what I really need to read, and sort of so I can figure out which book to look at first, sort of how where to start looking when I want to buy books. And then obviously, as I said, sometimes there are impulse buys because there's something on sale and I get that at the same time. But for the most part, I also always want to add some of these books that I have on my list right now. So yeah, this was all I had for you today. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye!